Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video we have a very special video today. Before we begin, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's supported me on this journey. We just recently hit 1,000 subscribers, and honestly, it's on top of the moon. So I just want to properly, from the bottom of my heart, thank everyone who supported me along the way. All you guys out there watching, all you guys hitting that like button, all 1,000 subscribers. It's just awesome. So just wanted to say thank you so much. And if you are watching this video and you're not subscribed, consider hitting that subscribe button today and joining this amazing community. But for today's video, basically what I wanted to do was give you guys a bit of a account or box showcase. So we're just going to kind of go through my character blocks, have a look at my account, and sort of just discuss my favorite units, what units I love using, what units are very good, and what units are worth sort of limit break keying or investing in. So what I've done is I've sort of just set it up to rarity, just so you guys can have a bit of a squiz. Unfortunately, there's an event on, so we do have these flashing units because they are boosted. I really want to get this video out to you guys just because I just so appreciative right now. So we've set it up in rarity. We've basically got all the super evolutions on the top here. So to start it off, this guy right here, one of the best units in the game still. If you guys have Tank Man, definitely super evolve him. He can get content done fairly well. He carried me through a lot of content as well. What else is a notable unit? Bullet, this guy here. If you guys have the materials and you're looking for a very strong leader, especially for the red garb challenges, this guy's a monster. You could invest your limit break key or a limit break key into him, but I wouldn't make it your primary sort of priority. Other really good units here, we've got 6+ Corazon, definitely worth the super evolution. This guy is an absolute monster. I have limit break key my Corazon. I love using this guy. He has an amazing support ability. He has a great crewmate ability, 2 great crewmate abilities actually, and he's just an excellent unit. So I would recommend highly recommend limit break key and Corazon just to get the cooldown that's available to him. So what other units have we got here? This guy here, I used to love rocking this guy here. He's a really good unit, and with his new support ability, he's still a very good unit. Cerebrals are just really strong. The OG, this guy here. When I first started playing this game, way back in 2018, all I wanted was this guy. And when I started playing, it was around the release of Akainu, V1 Akainu, and Rob Lucci and the powerhouses were just running rampant. But all I wanted was this unit right here, and then he got his 6+ evolution. He was never the best unit in the game, but I mean, now with Sai being so good, he's still good, I guess. He's actually got a really good rumble stats. Shout out to my my boy Matty. If you're running Sai, he can do some crazy things. You do only get the attack up when there's only 30 seconds remaining, but you could just chuck him in the back, and he comes out and look at his damage. What? Targets all enemies for a HP cut. If there's less than 30 seconds remaining, he does 2,150 damage and sets defense down. So he could just be an absolute ace in the hole for a Sai unit, for a Sai team. Who were other units that I used to love? Lucy. Lucy was the GOAT back in the day. I remember when on Onyx Banner, I did a stupid amount of multis, and I could not pull this guy to save my life. And then I did one multi on the treasure map banner literally after his banner went away and pulled him. It was nuts. But he was a very good unit. Still is a very good unit, but he was a lot of fun to run. So what else is on this 6+ list that I really like? This guy here, another super evolution I would definitely invest your skull into. Rayleigh is just an exceptional unit. I still haven't actually rainbow my Rayleigh. I'll probably get on that. I wish he had another socket though, which kind of sucks, but he's 100% worth your Super Awakening Skulls. If you guys like Rumble, definitely get Dopey done. You guys know how good he is for Rumble. Same with Kizaru, definitely 6+ him if you are using him in Rumble. Just those extra stats help out quite a lot. So I think that's all of the 6-star pluses. Next, let's move on to... Oh, actually, before we continue, this guy here, Katakuri. This 6+, I had so much fun when this guy first came out, the 6+. His mechanic on his original form and then getting his 6+ just made him even better. He was just so much fun to run. Alright, so on to the 6 stars now. And let's have a look at dual units. So This guy here was pretty big for me, the very first dual unit. I loved everything about this unit when he first came out, or they first came out. Free Spirits are my favorite class in the game, very closely followed by Cerebrals. but Free Spirit was my go-to anytime I could run it. The actual time skip Luffy, so this guy's pre-form, when I pulled him, it's all I used to run was Free Spirits, just all the time. And he probably was arguably one of the best units in the game when he first came out, but, well, like, when Akainu was, like, came out, but he was not anything super crash hot. Free Spirits just weren't amazing. Wako, I remember when Wako came out, my boy Airton pulled him, and all I wanted was this unit. I used to run him quite a bit to beat hard content. Laffy and Big Mom. These guys here, I actually started playing JP for a little while because of these guys. I managed to reroll for them and pulled them, and I had so much fun with them. And then when they released on Global, I remember doing like a stupid amount of multis for Laffy, and then ended up pulling him quite late. I think it was around like the 13th multi or something, and I ended up pulling 2 in the same multi. It was just nuts. Sabo Koala, I actually pulled these guys on like my 3rd multi, and I was super relieved that I actually pulled them, because that was around the time where the game was just like super wonky, and if you didn't have that unit, then it meant really hard stuff for you. VV Rebecca, this unit, limit break key. Straight up, if you have a key and you need to pick any unit in the game, this is the unit you want to limit break key, just for their cooldown. Their stats, their recovery stats is huge. Their switch ability is amazing. They unlock so many teams. I managed to pull them very early, and at the time I just did not realize how broken they were, and I'm very happy I have them because they are amazing. Definitely invest that limit break key. Who else is on this list? Luffy Zoro, I was pretty hyped when they first came out. I love that unit as well. Mihawk Perona is a funny one. I actually pulled these guys on the 30 gem multi, and I did not realize how amazing this unit is. Shout out to my boy Matty, who was just giving me so much grief for like putting them down. I was more excited for V3 Rayleigh, funny enough, but that turned out to be a mistake. But this unit here, I love running this unit still, and I just underestimated how good this unit is. Alright, so to finish off the dual units, I think we'll finish with this guy here. This unit right here is my favorite unit in the entire game. With Roger's release, I do love running Roger. He is just an absolute monster. Odin is very, very good. But this guy right here, you guys know me, I'm a huge Shanks fanboy. This guy is, and will always be, my GOAT. Always. That artwork is just, to me, that nothing gets better than that. Shanks versus Whitebeard, when that comes out, though, that is going to actually, like, probably top this. But at the moment, this guy, just nothing compares to this guy. To me, anyway. But, yes, Roger is better. So he's been a big part. I did have to go 25 multis for him, but I did not even care. Like, I was always going to that 25. And I actually managed to pull Arlong Crew along the way on his banner, so that was kind of a little bonus as well. Alright, so let's have a look at the 6-star units now. V2 Snake Man, obviously, exceptional unit. If you've got a key and you've got the resources, definitely limit break key him. He is, and will be, one of the best units moving forward for a very long time. Just, his name's Luffy, that kind of lets him down. Probably the only thing. V3 Akainu. So Akainu's always evaded me, especially, where's that 6+ Akainu? This guy up here, I couldn't pull him to save my life. At one point I had every Sugo besides him, and like at one point he was all I wanted. But this Akainu here, he trolled me twice on his banner. It was pretty funny. Check out the channel for the video if you want to check it out. Kuzan just like cucked me. Katakuri we already spoke about. Jack, very, very good. Kazuki Odin, one of the newer units. I am actually very happy I have him, mainly just because Rumble. I actually love playing Rumble. I really think Rumble is just such a cool game mode. Like, I love it so much. Building teams in that way and just thinking a little bit differently is really cool. So I do really enjoy that I did pull him. But in regular gameplay, compared to, I think just the downside is he came out with Roger, and like it was never going to be better than Roger. Kung Fu Luffy, super cool unit. Legend Kid's a funny story actually. I pulled Legend Kid on my free multi, so check the channel out for that video too. But this guy here actually quickly became one of my favorite units to run. He just throwing bombs it's a lot of fun. Who next? Who can we talk about next? V2 Dofi. V2 Dofi was a bit of a white whale for me as well. I could not manage to pull this guy. On his banner, I think I pulled 7 6+ Zoros and like 4 6+ Laws, and they all had the extended animation, and it just broke my heart every single time. It was disgusting. The big dog Kaido, I remember when this guy came out, I did manage to pull him fairly early, and I did not realize how broken this unit was when it first came out. I didn't realize that he just did the blast breath like as he came in. So when he first came out, like, because I don't like to do too much research on the newer units that are out in Japan. Like, I like to look at them, but I just like to be super surprised when they come out on global. And when he came out, he blew me away. No pun intended. Time skip Luffy, this guy. This is the guy I was talking about earlier. I used to run him religiously. He was so much fun. His mechanic was crazy. This Luffy, the one that turned into Snake Man, it took me a while to pull. Didn't get him on an initial release, but obviously when he 6+ came out, he was the GOAT. Next, Sober Mask. Sober Mask was a funny one. I got Sober Mask on my 3rd multi, and I ended up pulling 2 in the same multi, and I was super hyped because I really, really wanted this unit. I limit break keyed him straight away. I loved the jump mechanic. Actually, this Sanji up here actually was another unit I used to really love running. I pulled him on the initial release. It was like him, you could either pull him, Zoro, or Usopp. And my 2 mates at the time, one of them loves Usopp, one of them loves Zoro. They pulled Zoro and Usopp, and I pulled Sanji, so I was super psyched about that. Legend Sugar, awesome unit. She's a lot of fun. Her mechanics are really, really cool. Carrot was another Suga that I really, really, really enjoyed running. Just speed captains are my forte. Like, I love running that sort of stuff. That actually brings me back to Hody. I used to run this guy quite a lot too, because powerhouses were so much fun. Alright, where are we at now? Cracker, this guy, absolute GOAT. I used to love running him as a sub. Super, super good unit. Onto Sai now, we have Legend Chopper. Legend Chopper was so underrated. The cotton candy dupe, especially with the new update, is just crazy good. So you really want to get your hands on him. V3 Bow is another unit that I was super hyped when it came out. I was very happy I pulled her early. I just had so much fun running her. Law. This Law. His release kind of came out of nowhere, and his banner was just so damn hype. The whole concept of just guaranteed reds on every multi blew everyone away, and he had multis that had full reds in it. It was a wild Sugo Fest. Wild. It was a crazy bait, but it was wild, and it was a lot of fun. It was so much fun. This guy here, V2 Katakuri, was crazy when he first came out. It came out with the release of the 6+ Luffy. We did manage to pull him early, and he was just crazy when he first came out. Shame normal attacks only sort of cuck him in Dofi. Alright, on to the big guy. Goldie Roger. Probably the most hype unit to ever release on both sides of the game, without a question. And what this guy can do is crazy. I would happily argue that he could be the best Legends on both versions of the game. There's not even a discussion that he's not the best unit on the game on global. I'm sorry, it's just not even a conversation. There's no Legend that comes close to this guy on global. Japan, people argue Luffy Sanji. I don't think Luffy Sanji comes even close to Goldie Roger. People will argue Sanji Pudding. And Sanji Pudding is really, really good. Like, really, really good. But the ability to, like, block enemy interrupts or wipes or haki or whatever they do is crazy. And, like, Coliseum Orochi that just came out on Global, check out my video, I'll link it in the description below, proves that. If you can't use an attack boost when you get to Orochi, and he has a bunch of units at the front. Now, Orochi gives you normal attacks only, which is another thing this guy gets rid of. Like, he just goes through normal attacks only, which is nuts. And wipes out those units, which no other unit can do that. Period. There's no other unit, like, especially talking about the Coliseum Orochi content, that can just blow away those 3 units in the front without hitting them with normal attacks. It's just not doable, unless you're using Roger. But the thing is, Roger does an attack boost, so Orochi has an interrupt. But then that proccing this part here, where it says nullifies the effects of removal benefits and remove accumulated value once per quest. The fact you can do that twice, and he has some of the most beautiful cut-in art ever, is just, I would say, he is better than Luffy Sanji. Even though Luffy Sanji can do some crazy, Sanji Pudding can do some crazy things, and they have their unique switch ability, but that ability alone is just makes him. Now, the other unit I would argue, or most people would argue, is Kaido and Big Mom. Now, Kaido and Big Mom, they're a flat 5 times rate, and just because of that, you'd think that you would put them above. But Kaido, especially when there's no normal attacks only, like, Kaido's insane. But now, I haven't seen all the content that's coming out in the future, and There probably is that I haven't thought about, but I don't think that there's anything Gold D Roger can't do on JP at the moment. I think, well, it could be content that Big Mom and Kaido can't complete without the help of Roger. I feel like there's got to be content that sort of purely cucks them, like is just built to counteract them, and I just can't see any, like, and moving forward, like, the power creep has to be crazy because Roger is going to be so damn viable for so damn long. So if you have stones, gems, and you haven't pulled this guy, just keep pulling. Just keep pulling, especially global players. Just keep pulling. Nothing gets better than him. Okay, that's enough sort of sucking off Roger there. Let's move on. Halloween Ace, excellent unit, great support. Definitely want to grab him if you can. The super typings of Blackbeard and Katakuri, I've had a lot of fun with those units. Really, really cool units. These two are kind of another crazy one for me. He was just super fun. Really, really cool. He's like hit the perfects I wasn't a huge fan of, but like once I pulled him, like ages after his release, I was just having an absolute ball with him. Legend Pudding was a funny one. I actually really enjoyed using Legend Pudding. She was pretty cool. And then onto this guy here, the Redhead Shanks. When this guy first came out, I was so hyped. So hyped. Mainly because, obviously being V2 Shanks and being a huge Shanks fanboy, all I wanted to do was run Shanks. All I wanted to do, all the time. As soon as like Treasure Map Shanks came out and stuff like that, I was just always running that unit. But then, like, this guy was out, and every opportunity I could use to run this guy, I would normally run him as my captain, and then just build color-based teams. That was sort of like the comeback of the color meta. And then when I pulled this guy too, I was just always running Shanks as a sub. They worked terrifically together. So they were just absolutely phenomenal units. Alright, we just have a quick squiz through all of this other stuff here. You probably will see quite a lot of dupes and sort of a lot of stuff that I'm not a big fan of selling or Rayleigh's Bazaring Legends. I do it if I have to, but like as you can see, there's quite a lot of dupes here of some stuff. We've got our slaves there with some cotton candy, and then we've got a couple other stuff here. We can kind of sift through these rare recruits and see if we can talk about any of them. Obviously, I do have every legend besides Hawkins, and I do have every rare recruit besides Robin, unfortunately, the Bikini Robin. Limited rare recruits obviously not included. Is there any units here that we want to talk about? I think we might just sort of make our way through here, and if anything like crazily jumps out at us, I might talk about that. This Coliseum Kid, definitely farm this guy up. He's 100% worth it. Definitely. Did I miss any of those red units? This is Kiku. If she ever comes back from Kazuna, make sure you farm her up too. She's really good. Treasure Map Big Mom. If you've got those blue coins and you need a Treasure Map unit, definitely pick her up. She's incredibly good. Super good. Just skip anything here. This Buggy, incredible rare recruit. If you pick him up, he's really good. This Sanji, he supports great. Super good unit. This Usohachi's really good too. Usohachi's like one of the goats. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys be keen to see a rare recruit tier list. But if you are enjoying this one, make sure to hit that like button. And if you are new, as I said, make sure to hit that subscribe button too. This Kaku, very good. Sengoku, excellent unit. Got some more dupes in here. The limited rare recruit Akainu, super good unit. And Bobbins, another amazing unit. Definitely, if you've got him, you want to limit break key him. He's exceptional. Invinclay's another unit. They're way back up the top, but I just don't really want to take forever moving through this. This free-to-play Zoro, excellent unit. Make sure you farm him up. He's really good. The new Rayleigh that came out is an exceptional rare recruit as well. Make sure you get him done. That Rebecca is awesome too. They're units that you could argue that you could limit break key that Rebecca. If you've got the Robin, definitely limit break key that Robin, the Bikini Robin. Karina is a really good rare recruit. Really good rare recruit. The Summertime Big Mom, this girl here, make sure you farm her up. If she ever comes back, you want to get her done. She's really strong. So I think that's probably going to wrap it up there, guys. As I mentioned, I do want to thank each and every one of you for the 1,000 subs. I do appreciate all the love and support. And if you ever need anything, feel free to DM me on Twitter. Add a comment in the comment section below. I'm pretty good at staying on top of everyone's comments. Oh, this Neptune, very, very good. Staying on top of everyone's comments and replying to as many people as I can, if not everyone. Try and keep it positive, but look, everyone's thoughts, everyone's opinions are accepted around here. I'll never have any bad thing to say within justification. So try and keep it positive, but if you've got a constructive criticism or something like that, please don't hesitate to comment that too. And as I mentioned, if you did enjoy this one, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to stay up to date with more OPTC content I post, hit that big red subscribe button. But guys, most importantly, as always, enjoy the rest of your day. As always, I thank you guys for watching. I love and appreciate everyone, and I cannot thank you guys enough. But I'll catch you all in the next one. Lates!